Yay. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Day
Four.
day 4.
Day four. Yeah, we're talking about day 4.
I've just done the edit on day 3, so it must be day 4. I'm just going to snuggle in closer to you.
No, do it.
Day 4, which was Thursday.
It was?
No. It was Friday.
It's Friday.
It was yesterday.
Friday.
It's yesterday. You can see our minds start getting out towards the end of the week.
Super, super fun. I'm still in my pajamas because I'm tired. I put on a headscarf and wiped my face with, not even with water, with a baby wipe, and put on some moisturiser.
And I'm going out to get coffee because I need coffee. Real coffee. But yesterday it was raining. That didn't matter. We headed out and we went to see first of all
Shaken Not Stirred. It's an improvised James Bond movie. If you're into James Bond, I think go and see it. If you're not into James Bond, go and see it. It's not like a wash of massive in jokes about James Bond and things like that. So it was just really fun. They seemed like they were having really fun on stage. They got quite a few, because it was improvised. They got quite a few suggestions from people in the audience. Also, what I loved, when this doesn't happen every single show, not obviously, but they've been talking to this little boy, hashtag We Love William, in the front row, and so they mentioned his name already, and then one of the actors was just like, William, tie him up. So this boy comes from his seat, goes onto the stage, mimes tying up the villain, and sits back down, like no trouble, no trying to, I'm gonna steal this moment away from the show, just doing as he's told. A beautiful example of yes-anding right there.
Wonderful.
It was
that little boy, I'm sure that young man is going to go on to improvisation greatness.
No, it was so awesome.
He was so into it.
It was a really nice full room as well. Oh my gosh, the rain was falling, but it didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
We
dried off. We sat in our own puddle. I'm going to do this again.
Cool. Where did we go after that?
Gosh, after that, we went and saw a show that we had booked in. We had a bit of a musical day yesterday.
We did.
We did a musical day yesterday. We've kind of, popped our musical cherry with Fat Rascal the day before. And so the first musical that we saw yesterday was Burns, The Legacy. Which is by an all-female theatre company, a female-led theatre company, based here in Scotland. And what they have is a double bill. We unfortunately could only go and see one of them. Looking at the women in Rabbie Burns's life and investigating their story, because that often so happens with very famous people in history, which are often the men, and you hear about their legacy and all the great things that they've done, but that there were women around them supporting them and doing things, and these lovely ladies are sort of redressing that balance in a bit, in that looking at the women that were around this iconic man, and how they supported him in the things they did. And the one that we saw was his granddaughter's story, and it was just lovely music.
The singing was so strong. There were 4 in the company, and it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And the actor that plays Ricky in EastEnders, I saw him in the audience.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. So let's spotting in the audience.
There we go.
I also really liked the staging on it. They were very cleverly staged, very simplistic staging, but a lovely use of some rope and a few boxes to just convey all kinds of settings and transportation, and just really, really lovely staging, musicality, live piano playing by a brilliant pianist, singing, everything. Yeah, a young company worth checking out, and just.
I'm so upset that I can't see the other show. Although I know it sounds really weird. I know it's a female-led theatre company, which I'm loving. But then when they first come out, there was a man there, and I felt robbed. That's so terrible. I'm not like all men are trash, but I did feel robbed a little bit. But they didn't say it's an all-female cast, so that was I'm just being honest, guys. Waking up with a bit of honesty. But it was awesome. Go see it.
We're having quite an honest review day today.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
What did we see? After that, we parted our way. We
sat on some steps and had some food because we were waiting for returns on a show called Enough, but unfortunately we didn't get onto the returns list, which is a shame. I'm hoping it comes to London and I'll get to see it then, because it sounds really interesting, but we can't give it a review at the moment because we don't have it. So then we parted ways. This is another recommendation for when you come to the Fringe and you're hanging out with people. Monica and I travel very well together because we spend a lot of time together, but we also spend a lot of time apart together.
And we're cool with being apart as well.
Yeah, and that's a good thing because we just go off and do our own thing and then come back and go, oh, what did you see? What did you see? And we get to explore different things. So whilst we went off exploring to do our own things, I went and saw Conspiracy at Underbelly.
What was it like? I was just like, yeah, I'll come with you. Then I was just like, nah, I'm not about that life.
I absolutely loved it, and then I did some research into it. I realised that this theatre company is associated with CPT in London, which is one of my absolute favourite fringe theatres in London, Camden People's Theatre, because they just come up with the most amazing things and the shows that they put together. And this particular company is associated with them. And the theatre piece itself, I personally have had quite a lot to do with conspiracy theorists, both romantically, professionally, just someone you end up arguing with in a pub, blood relatives, all kinds of people that I've come across in life that are conspiracy truthers, and I do enjoy a conversation with a truther. There's something about their tenacity, and they're quixotic.
What does quixotic mean?
They're it's just the pursuit of what you are.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's quixotic is when you know it may fail, but God damn it, you can do it anyway.
Oh, nice.
And conspiracy truthers, and they just have a lovely quixotic nature about them, which I just adore. And as you say, everyone has a conspiracy theory inside them. We all believe in at least one little tiny conspiracy theory, and this just takes it on. It was kind of like Sartre's No Exit for conspiracy theorists.
Oh, nice.
I really enjoyed it.
So would you recommend people go see it?
I would recommend people go and see it.
Even if you're not into like, do you recommend, I don't want to go to see this, but do you recommend actually Monica go see it because you'll actually probably quite enjoy it?
Yeah, I would actually.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
The acting is really lovely and the staging is lovely. And it just tumbles along nice. It starts nice and then it just tumbles, and you just sit and go, oh my gosh, and we've all had conversations with those people.
And then you saw a stand-up.
Then I saw a stand-up. I did see a stand-up. Then I went and saw a stand-up.
I'll say what I saw in between. So I went to see Scream Phone, which is by Swipe Right Theatre. It was really fun. Definitely. I went to see it. 90s music. It was kind of like a horror, Clueless, about a sleepover and like about Dream Phone. It was the singers were so good. I love like the book as well, and it was just really tight. Like these people know what they're doing. They did another show called Two Become One, which I actually saw in London, and I was just like, oh, I remember seeing that, and that also was a really tight show, super quick, super funny, and just really fun, and it got a little bit of audience participation, but in a really nice way. So I would say definitely go and see Screen Phone, which was absolutely awesome. So what was your stand-up?
My stand-up was now I gotta find it.
It was good. So totally go and see Scream Phone. It's quick, it's fun, it's silly, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily like throwaway theatre. It was really nice that I was in like a theatre space as well. But I think Swipe Right Theatre might be my new Fat Rascal. Fat Rascal's the ones that did Ursula, the Untold Story of the Sea Witch, because actually I've seen 2 of their shows and I really like it. So
I'll have to come and see their show next year.
I'm going to come back.
Whatever they do. I took a punt, went down to Cabaret Voltaire, said, what's starting now? And they walked me into a room and it was James Meehan doing his stand-up Love Yourself show.
Well, I like the poster.
Yeah, it was really lovely. He was... I think I kind of fell in love with him a little bit during the show. He was so sweet. He was having a few tech issues, but that didn't matter. Really didn't matter because it was meant to have music in the background, but it wasn't there. But that was absolutely fine because the comedy and the storytelling and just his warmth and honesty and everything about him, and some really good politics to it. I very much enjoyed everything he had to say. Everything he had to say. My brain's a bit addled now, but I would recommend him. I would absolutely recommend him as a show to go and see.
Do you know what I think is also good? It shows that I've seen a few shows now that have had technical difficulties at the Fringe. Some people who dealt with it really well. Some people that seemed to throw them a little bit, and that would be fun. But then it just shows, come prepared. Come prepared for people to walk out of your show. Come prepared for all your tech that weaves your show together so beautifully, to either just take a pause, wait till it's fixed and carry on depending on your show, or to interact with the audience. But I feel like it's a real testament on the performer and their connection with the work when they just go, I can either comment on this or I'm just going to carry on.
Yeah, it's everything from most extreme we've had is the venue being struck by lightning and the power going out.
Yeah.
That was fun. Microphones not working, or just bleed of noise coming from the venue next door. It's all these things you just be prepared for. Then we went and saw 2 other shows.
Yeah, they work for us.
But
we're all about love, positivity, and also the fact that like even a show that you don't enjoy personally, because who to say
other people really enjoyed.
Yeah,
them,
yeah. And they've got really like rave reviews. They just weren't for us.
One of the shows was one that we had read reviews online of and therefore booked on that, and the other show was one that we just took a punt. We showed up at the door and went in. So it can go either way with those sorts of things. So we took a punt on one was a review. Neither of them were really for us. So there's just a little hole in our schedule there. We'll just leave it at that, I think.
And then we went and got a slice of pizza, a kind of like really like cool pizza eatery kind of place. And then we went to
great chili sauce.
Cool chili sauce. And then we went to go and see Swarte-On, which is Femmes of Colour, which is a lineup of all women of colour, which is really, really amazing. It's co-created, I found it on the night, by Kima Bob, who's such a strong, honest performer.
You've probably seen write-ups about her in magazines and newspapers because she is amazing! Yeah. And everyone is finally, she's got loads of being fabulousness.
No, yeah, she definitely is doing her things, and people are aware of the awesome things she's doing. That was a great lineup. There was awesome women of colour they were women of colour, and it's really great to see a lineup of that because it's not something you usually see. What you usually see is adding in like a woman of colour, a person that identifies as queer, to kind of redress the balance. So it was really, really refreshing, and they were just great. Anyway, really, really enjoyed them. It was are you gonna go through?
Okay, it was hosted by Michelle.
And they've all got shows going on.
They've all got their own shows, so we're just going to show you the flyers for their shows. It was hosted by Michelle. Brilliant hosting. She was so lovely. She was such a great.
And also seems like obviously such a professional. Just chilled, and like if whatever happened in the audience like didn't faze her. Just really nice.
So smooth.
Yeah, so
smooth. So smooth. And did the lovely hosting thing of including the audience, chatting to the audience, making the room warm and lovely. And then the first act that we had up was Sukh, who was doing just going to run through them all because they're all wonderful, so just run through them. We had Sukh, then
she was talking about life as in an Asian family. I don't want to ruin the punchlines, but that's that.
It's very then we had Charlie George, who's on a double bill with another one. We've seen Charlie George in London. She's amazing, and she has got really sexy ankles.
see the show.
Go and see her.
There we go.
Then we had then it was Mary O'Connell, who is one of the co-founders of the Femmes of Colour.
Which I didn't know.
No, Femmes of Colour.
I've met her before, but obviously I haven't.
So kudos to you, lady. Amazing stuff, amazing work that you're doing. And also she's got her own show too, so that's another show to go and check out. Then we saw. These are all the sort of like the split bills things that we were saying. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to get to go and see these ones. This one was
Celia? Yeah,
Celia, who's French, and
awesome. It's hard to speak about someone without ruining their set. So we're just going to be
we're just not going to say.
But they're amazing.
But they all.
We're not saying
each things. One was. And then it was Yuriko. That's our last one. Who we have also seen in London on a folded up bill. Down in London one time, and she's also just brilliant. And all of them together, they did their little pieces, which were like teasers for their big shows that they've got, and it was just a wonderful, again, a lovely way to end the evening. We seem to be doing quite well with it. Oh, I don't want to jinx us. Doing quite well with our nightcap shows that we go and see, and it was really, really lovely. All these beautiful women on stage telling us their stories, making us laugh, bringing the honesty and the warmth, and just go see Fuck It Up. Just hit them up, do it. It's not a place for only people of colour, so or only women.
So go see it and experience it. So that's our day. Let's go start another day.
Yay!
In
Coffee.
Edinburgh. No, do it.
Ciao.
Bye.